he got his own law firm, so he had things working for him, is what I'm trying to get at. But he said that I still got to go ahead and fight the system, that is the powers that be. He made a commitment to tap into something greater than himself. To tap into something greater than himself. So he was with the African National Congress, and he started to rise up in the ranks, and he started to get some things done, right? All the way up in the African National Congress, they was mainly nonviolent, right? They was mainly nonviolent. So he's looking at them and saying, man, you know what? I understand that. So he's starting to think differently. He says, man, we need to do something else. We need to pick up some arms because this nonviolence is not working. So he takes it to the president, Albert Luthuli. He takes it to the president of the ANC, and he's kind of hearing what he's saying. But then Albert Luthuli won the Nobel Peace Prize, and then he says, no, brother, we sticking with the nonviolence, man. I'm getting some good recognition here. Like, no, we ain't going, no, we not going, we ain't picking up no arms. So then in 1960, the Sharpeville Massacre happened. 69 protesters were killed, shot in the back, men and women. Children and women, shot in the back. And after that, Nelson Mandela, he said that we must establish a military wing of the African National Congress. And what he called this military wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe. That means the spear of a nation. He says we got to go ahead and start to fight back. No more of us spilling our blood into the streets. We got to do something about it. So then he started to go into the armed struggle. Now this was against the African National Congress, but he said this is what I have to do. In 1962, he was traveling to Ethiopia and different countries, and then he had got hit up because he was traveling outside of the country without a pass, so then they got him with treason. He had to do 5 years. I'm just giving y'all some history. He had to do 5 years. They ended up raiding one of the spots where the African National Congress was congregating at, where they was doing the Umkhonto we Sizwe, and they found some incriminating evidence against Nelson Mandela and 7 others. That's when he got charged with sabotage. 1964, sabotage, punishable by death. So he went from a 5-year sentence to facing the death penalty. 1964. This is where we get into it at, man. He got convicted of sabotage, trying to overthrow the government. Now in his conviction, what did he tell the judge when it was time to speak his piece, to fight for his life? Just let me get life in prison. What did he tell the judge? I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have dedicated my life to this struggle. I have cherished an idea of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunity. It is an idea for which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an idea for which I am prepared to die. That's some drop the mic stuff. He told the judge that. That's drop the mic. He told the judge that, and he was facing the death penalty. He says that I am prepared to die. I'm not backing off of why I'm in here. I believe what I am standing on, and I'm going to stand on it until my death day. It is unjust laws, and I'm not going to never say that it is okay. I'm going to still say that it is wrong, even though I am facing the death penalty. See, one thing that Nelson Mandela said, that courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the triumph over it, meaning that we gonna face fear in our lives, but it is our responsibility to continue to move forward in response of that fear. We do not sit down in the fear. We do not allow the fear to stop us and paralyze us. So many times we allow fear to stop us in our tracks. I'm sure that he was afraid of what might happen if he spoke out his thoughts. But even though he was afraid, he says that I still must speak out the thoughts that I have because I do not want to water down the movement. Courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the triumph over it. Oh, y'all want to hear what I'm talking about? See, a lot of times we have a mentality that produces a known hell. And we are so in fear to adopt another mentality that can get us that strange heaven that we stay in this known hell instead of going after that strange heaven. That means I know that the mentality that I have is not going to be productive and get me to the places that I need to be in life. It's not going to get me to desirable situations, and I understand that, but I'm too afraid to change my mentality because if I change my mentality, what if I get ostracized from my peers? What if people don't like me no more? What if the people in the hood say that I done changed? What if people in the hood say that I done got scared and I'm fake now? What will happen if I adopt another mentality that does not resemble the mentality that I've always had? People stay with the same mentality in fear of changing and adopting a new mentality. So then therefore they got to continue to live lower level living because why? Because they sit in that fear. When you are courageous, you are able to experience another level living. This is why Mandela was able to get accomplished what he was able to get accomplished. This is why we are talking about Mandela today. This is why he made an impact on the world, because he was able to face his fears, meaning we all have fears, but it is our responsibility to continue to move forward regardless of that fear. Some people say, I ain't got no fear, I ain't never scared. You automatically gonna be afraid to fall from high heights, automatic. Try to go way up in the air, you're going to be afraid to fall. You're going to feel your heart pumping. And fear of loud sounds. Let you be sleeping and a loud sound go on. Right. And you're going to be startled. Right. I don't care if you try to play it off or not, you're going to be startled. You hear that? You hear that loud sound, you're going to be like, oh man, I'm just chilling though, man. You know, like, what's up? Scared to death. You were scared to death though for a hot second. It's not about the fear, but it's about what we do with that fear. That's the challenge. So many people, man, they stay the same because they are afraid to change. Comfort zone. I don't know what that's about over there. And because I don't know what that's about over there, I'm not going. I'm not going. Them slaves over there with Harriet Tubman, I don't know what Pennsylvania is about. I'm not going. I know what Dorchester County, Maryland is about. I'm staying here. I know it's bad, but I don't know what's over there. At least I know my bad. And accept that. And stay in that fear. Stay in that fear. 1985, Nelson Mandela was offered to get released. 22 years in. President Botha comes in and says, hey, Nelson, I need you to go ahead and accept this agreement under these conditions, that you denounce the ANC and you denounce the anti-apartheid rhetoric. You got to denounce that, and I will let you go free. Because Umkhonto we Sizwe was tearing things up, and he needed Nelson Mandela to come home and to calm them down. Nelson Mandela, you know what he told him? He got 22 years in. He says, the factors that necessitated the armed struggle still exist today. We must continue. Put me back in my cell.
No capitulation.
He didn't know that he was going to get out 5 years later. He faced those fears. Courage is not the absence of fear, but it's a triumph over it. Man, it was scary, 19 years old, and I'm sitting up there in the